Leon Bibb, Jill Beach, commentator Dick Fagler, meteorologist Steve Brown, and Jim Donovan. This is Channel 3 News.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Tom Sweeney. Our lead story tonight, a landlord who lives in a mansion but lets his tenants live in squalor.
While living in luxury, landlord and business owner Nick Makris allows associates and renters to live and work in what they call horrible conditions. Channel 3's Kim Bratton continues her investigation.
This man was partners with Nick Makris at the Pizza King on East 73rd.
The kitchens, I don't know how he got away with it so long, but regulations, the codes and that, they don't follow them. So they use refrigerators to keep all their food in. You know, then the seals weren't good on them, get bugs in the food. You know, so. And then try to keep it clean as possible, but you can only do so much.
John left, frustrated, after 3 months. Pam Adkins is Makris' new business partner.
We've been trying to get in touch with Mr. Makris. Can you tell us where we can find him?
No, I just, he comes sees me. I take care of all the business.
Although Adkins says she takes care of all the business, she could not produce documentation of an alleged inspection last week.
Would you mind showing us your inspection?
Nick's got the paper. I turn everything over to him.
Do you remember the name of the inspector that came by or what date that was?
I don't know. Mark? I'm not sure what his name is.
What day did he come?
Oh. Last, early part of the week.
Nick Makris owns the Pizza King building. People live upstairs. This landlord lives here on a Medina County estate surrounded by a pond and acres of landscaped lawns. He did not return calls from Channel 3 regarding misled business partners and tenants, but the Cleveland City housing prosecutor says Makris misleads a lot.
What we're finding is people who have paid rent, have paid a security deposit, have moved into a place and find they have no running water suddenly, or that the heat goes out in the winter and it's not fixed for quite some time.
Running water and heat in the winter. Prosecutor McCorkle says the city is taking Makris to court on 8 new cases over the next 2 months. Tom?
Thank you, Kim. It was a routine traffic stop of a car with no license plates, but it turned into a major drug bust. Mayfield Heights police became suspicious over the stories told by the man driving the car and the woman he called to the scene. A computer check showed the Corvette was stolen out of Michigan. The driver had $19,000 in cash and a stolen automatic pistol. Drugs and more cash were found when police searched the woman's apartment at the Gates Mills Towers on Mayfield Road.
This is the largest seizure of cocaine in Mayfield Heights and possibly in the Hillcrest area that I'm aware of in the 22 years I've been a policeman.
Police seized 5 kilos of cocaine and about $90,000 in cash. The men and women are expected to be charged tomorrow. Jill?
Christina Berendsen will continue to serve a 5 to 25-year prison term for the death of her adoptive father after a judge today denied her appeal for shock probation. Berendsen said she needed help. She said she can't get it in prison.
I need the chance to get the help I need and to rebuild my life while I'm still young and my children still remember me.
Berendsen's twin sons were in the courtroom as she pleaded for mercy. But so were relatives of Edward Berendsen, the man Christina claims sexually abused her for years.
You deserve to be beaten over the head 14 times for that.
Judge Sam Zingali ruled, saying justice would not be served by Berendsen spending just 1 year in prison for the crime of manslaughter. And a local taxi cab driver who was robbed in 1987 has a beef with a state program that's supposed to pay crime victims. Cab driver Jerry Belfer applied to the state victims crime program to get 2 days lost earnings after he was mugged. He got Hyatt Legal Clinic lawyers to handle his claim, along with a Columbus firm. When it was over, Jerry got $84. The lawyers got over $800. A Hyatt spokesperson says they make just $60 an hour helping crime victims. Jerry Belfer says his case involves 2 sets of robbers, one with guns, the other with briefcases.
A videotape of 2 assaults is being used to identify 5 Washington, D.C. men who have been charged with conspiracy, armed robbery, possessing a deadly weapon, and intent to kill. Be warned, what you're about to see is extremely violent. The first incident happened 9:40 October 28th, 2 years ago. The victim's face clearly shows the terror of 4-to-1 odds. The motive, robbery. The second incident is being taped by Joe Carrera, one of the gang. The victim, Charles Lawson. He takes a roundhouse right from his blind side. This is the ultimate sucker punch. It's thrown by Robert Taper.
Stole the shit out of himself, knocked him out. Out of one punch, knocked the man out.
Prosecutors say that's Michael Akins rifling the unconscious man's pockets. The others are arguing over who gets the lighter and the leather coat. The tape shows William Henry Barnes actually urinating on the fallen man. Listen to the sound of laughter. As the man regained consciousness, the gang bragged about its brand of violence.
This is straight up DC hustling.
Prosecutors say the gang videotaped its own crimes to show friends in New York City just how tough they are.
You's a fine young gentleman. You are the future Mike Tyson. My man look like I'll be sure. Mom! Hey, hold it. Look at my man right there, Kirky.
The victim was also shot by the gang, but that was not captured on videotape. The victim, Charles Lawson, is mildly retarded. Jill?
One day after the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, his party elected Gandhi's widow as its leader. The choice of Italian-born Catholic Sonia Gandhi came as a dazed India began a week of mourning for her husband. The former prime minister was killed Tuesday by a bomb. In South Africa, Winnie Mandela was arrested after scuffles with police who were breaking up demonstrations demanding the release of political prisoners. The wife of African National Congress leader Nelson Mandela was later released. President Bush toured a high-tech school in Minnesota and sent Congress his blueprint to improve America's schools with innovative programs. Work is underway to repair the growing cracks of the presidential faces of Mount Rushmore. A new filler compound was tested over the winter. If it survives the summer heat, it will be used full scale. Cracks were already forming on Mount Rushmore when the monument was finished in 1941.
Still ahead on Channel 3 News, 11 o'clock, a derailment sends a half-dozen train cars plunging into Sandusky Bay.
A warning for boaters as the season for water recreation arrives.
And another television ratings book ends. Soon you'll be seeing girls with clothes on again.
Tonight's Channel 3 News is sponsored by your Better Buick dealer, home of the most trouble-free American car line.
Your Better Buick dealers are on a roll. At a time when most model sales are down, Buick is up. Rego up 90%, Park Avenue up 33%, Skylark up 16%. Now to push sales even higher, your Better Buick dealers have an extra shipment of new Buicks with deals so great they're guaranteed to put you back in the market for a new car. Plus, get up to $2,000 factory cash back on selected models. Now you can own a new Skylark from just $10,950. See the most trouble-free line of American cars at your Better Buick dealer.
If you were a professional painter, you'd want to go to the one store with the best paint and the one with the best equipment and the one with the best advice. Which is why, if you really were a professional painter, you'd want to go to just one store, Sherwin-Williams. The pros know. Ask Sherwin-Williams.
Work crews tonight are trying to clear the 36 freight train cars that derailed on a bridge over Sandusky Bay on Lake Erie. 6 empty rail cars actually jackknifed into the bay. The 137-car train was carrying various cargo, including corn syrup and soap powder. There were no hazardous materials on board, no reports of any injuries, and highway traffic was and is not affected by that derailment. Jill?
The summer boating season, which unofficially begins on Memorial Day, is going to be marked by stricter enforcement of rules regarding marine radios. The Coast Guard is cracking down. Channel 3's Paul Orlowski reports it's going to mean thousands of pleasure boaters will have to buy licenses.
Stand by 4! Stand by 4, hold 1.
The Coast Guard is coming to a pleasure boat near you. This year, when the Coast Guard's boats shove off for their daily patrols, they'll be looking for one more thing as they complete safety checks of your private boats, a license for your marine radio.
Want to bring your vessel down to all stops at this time?
It's the Coast Guard's job to pull over boaters for safety checks, making sure that things like flares, life preservers, and running lights are all in order. The point of the radio license checks is to be sure that boaters know the rules of operating their units.
Do I have one? I mean a license.
In routine checks today, several boaters didn't know that they had to have their radios licensed.
Right now, it's a verbal warning. Okay, starting next year, it's going to be enforced.
In Greater Cleveland, the boating business has boomed in recent years. A mix of speedboats, skips over waves, sharing space with other pleasure craft, and huge ore boats. A radio could be a lifelink in an emergency. Coast Guard and FCC want to teach boaters that their radios are not telephones or one-way connections to other boats, rather important safety links.
One of the reasons that the Coast Guard and the FCC are doing this is to cut down on unnecessary radio chatter that hinders distress of emergency calls.
There are two other reminders for boaters. You can get your radio license wherever you bought your marine radio, and if you need help out in the water, VHF Radio Channel 16 is for emergencies. Keep it clear at other times. Paul Orlowski, Channel 3 News.
Still ahead on Channel 3 News, commentator Dick Fegler says it is safe to watch television again.
We'll take you for a ride on the world's wildest wooden roller coaster. Hold on.
And Steve Brown with our midweek forecast, and the warm is sticking around. Brownie's up next.
Just because a car's practical doesn't mean it can't be fun. Meet Max, the new special Max Edition Mercury Topaz. Maximum value, maximum style. Just check out these extras. But for a limited time only, the special Max Edition Mercury Topaz at your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
If you don't like changing your cat's litter box, change to America's fastest-selling new cat litter, Scoop Away. Scoop Away completely absorbs liquid waste to form solid clumps. Scoop out the clumps, and you scoop away the odor, and the clumps won't break. The rest stays clean, so it doesn't need changing. Just replace the small amount used. And only Scoop Away has ActiGuard health protection, so it's better for your cat, too. So to eliminate odor, don't change the litter box. Change to Scoop Away cat litter, also available in scented.
WMJI 105.7, now all oldies.
1, 2, 3. Good love. Good love. Good love. Well, shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Well, you make me feel so good.
Lannigan and Webster mornings, all oldies, all day. WMJI 105.7.
I said I was going to be very smart about the next car I buy.
We got a whole lot of value for you. We got a lot of Toyota for you.
And Tercel is the smart buy. Starting at just $65.88, it's America's lowest price two-door sedan.
I made a smart choice.
We got a whole lot of for you.
Right now you can save on Corolla, the most trouble-free subcompact car, with option package savings up to $1,000, plus great factory dealer incentives.
Best cars, best trucks, best time.
Got a whole lot of deals for you.
Cleveland's Hearing and Speech Center is celebrating its 70th anniversary this year, and tonight the center held its annual meeting. My co-anchor Leon Bibbs shared some of his thoughts on communication with the audience of about 100. I also attended the event because WKYC is the official sponsor of the center's anniversary celebration. The station was also recognized for its leadership role in providing closed caption newscasts.
Now, here's Steve Brown. How about an encore for the weather today, huh?
Oh, it was nice.
Absolutely.
Perfection.
Nice tonight, too.
Gorgeous night here in Cleveland, and it looks like the good weather's going to keep on going into the Memorial Day weekend. Summertime. Little difference, though. It's going to get more humid, and as that happens, we'll probably see some scattered afternoon and evening thunder showers. I don't think it's going to rain all the time, and any rain we could get right now actually would be appreciated because we need it. It's getting dry out there. Check out our stats here in Cleveland tonight. Same temperature we had last night this hour, 69 degrees. Humidity today, not bad, but it is going to come up tomorrow, 57% right now. Southeast wind at 5, and the barometer is rising 30.19. 85 in Cleveland today, 60. Little difference, though. It's going to get more humid, and as that happens, we'll probably see some scattered afternoon and evening thunder showers. I don't think it's going to rain all the time, and any. Looks like the good weather's going to keep on going into the Memorial Day weekend. Summertime. Little difference, though. It's going to get more humid, and as that happens, we'll probably see some scattered afternoon and evening thunder showers. I don't think it's going to rain all the time, and any rain we could get right now actually would be appreciated because we need it. It's getting dry out there. Check out our stats here in Cleveland tonight. Same temperature we had last night this hour, 69 degrees. Humidity today, not bad, but it is going to come up tomorrow, 57% right now. Southeast wind at 5, and the barometer is rising 30.19. 85 in Cleveland today, 60.